Hi VC, it's Rob here. Just kidding. This is a great idea. Hey, howdy, hello. Welcome back. It's 2023. You guys happy? I'm excited. New year, new music. We're starting off right. We got vinyl tag. Thanks, Rob, who had this idea. Basically, my Spotify Wrapped sucked. I replayed a lot of ambient music to sleep, just some weird stuff. The main artists were correct, but I like doing this better because it has more of a showcase of the real music, for one, but also just to support the artists that we love. 2023 was awesome. 2023, it will be. 2022 was awesome. It was a year that surprised me. It's the year I listened to more vinyl than ever. We're gonna go through this gauntlet style with the Oob Cube here. Everything I've already selected to show you. The sun coming in and out, so I'm not gonna worry about that. All right, number one, favorite new release of 2022. My men from the Coheed and Cambria. They blew me out of the water with this one. I did an OG variant shootout of this. I own every pressing of it. Talked about the controversy surrounding it, how I hunted down every pressing of it. This is my favorite. This is the tour exclusive variant. I wasn't able to go to the tour, unfortunately, but someone from the tour was able to sell this to me for a reasonable price. Thankful for that. Because this is a stunner. Rock album of the year 2022. All right, two, last band or solo artist you saw. Well, I'm gonna put these here. You see that? Yeah. Last band or solo artist you saw live. Well, I was able to see Relient K. This is Forget Not Slow Down on the blue and white split vinyl. Amazing band. I've loved them since, you know, I was a little teeny bopper. But they blew me away. It was such a great turnout, packed from front to back in a small venue. Fans knew every word, dancing, pop punk bangers. Ooh, double split. Skyrocketed to like 80 bucks for this now. Number three, their first album was the best. All right. So I had a couple different options, but I wanted something that wasn't debatable. Like Foster the People's Torches, pumped up kicks. They're contrasting the light and the dark sounds on this. And they did it on purpose, and they did it to a pop audience, and it really struck with the pop heads, but it's definitely anti-pop. Mark Foster said this about the album. Amazing vinyl packaging, by the way, in the bright fire orange on the inside. They wanted to sneak in a serious message under the guise of a breezy melody, and they did that on this album. I did really, really enjoy Sacred Hearts Club that came out in 2017. Actually enjoyed it more. I go back and forth. I really do enjoy the songwriting. And I think some of the things they were trying to do in Sacred, I go back and forth. Because Sacred Hearts Club is really good. But I don't think you'd have Sacred Hearts Club without this. It's fair to say. All right, so number four is show the hat trick. Vinyl, CD, and cassette of an album. Dang it, I have several variants of albums that I'd love to show you. In fact, every single variant of. More videos to come. I'm gonna do some album of the years, my favorite ones all the way back as far as I can. Vinyl shootouts where I showcase different vinyl pressings and talk about the albums. Because I love doing that. I gotta talk about my favorite music and the music that everybody's talking about. Sad face, no hat trick for me yet. I just don't collect enough cassettes and CDs. But I will talk about 5 albums that starts and ends with the same letter. I'm just gonna do an obvious one. Bon Iver, I. I was able to get this from a lovely person in the vinyl community located in the same city as me, though we were talking on the internet. It's funny how that works sometimes. Got the cool Turntable Lab red. Love it. Pictures. Cool. It's got this weird plastic O-card slipcase thing, which made it really hard to package, so I sort of like jammed it on one side. It was already cracked, unfortunately. Just folded the OB flat in the back. It works. And they had a really cool flexi disc series, like 5 different flexis. I like this one because it's so random. It's bleach with a banana on it. It doesn't sound bad either for I mean, it sounds like a flexi disc. It's a piece of crap, but it doesn't sound bad for a flexi disc. It's got Hey Ma and You, Man Like You. Fun to meet somebody from the vinyl community in my own town too. It's always a good time, always a pleasure. Everybody's super nice in the vinyl community. Y'all look great. Man, like if every community was like this on the internet, right? And in real life. Album that starts and ends with the same letter. I like what they did with the album too, because it's contradictory. It's got like weirdly encoded music thematic message in it that you kind of have to parse. I talked to somebody I used to work with about Bon Iver. He's like, yeah, Bon Iver's cool indie folk, but like, what the heck are his lyrics about? I was like, it doesn't matter. I mean, sometimes it matters. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's special, but other times it's just like cool poetry. So I love it. Bon Iver is always pushing the boundaries. Great stuff. All right, number 6. Born in the same year as you. I'm hunting down the one I would pick for this one, Lorde Melodrama. Lorde was born in 1996, but I could not find literally anyone. Alessia Cara, my sister has Alessia Cara vinyl. I just don't have anything for 1996. So once I get that, I will show you. I will say, this is something no one will be talking about, most likely. The old electro band Shpongle. They were born as a band in 1996. And this is the 2022 remaster. Nothing lasts, but nothing is lost. It's psychedelic electro, so they actually call it a genre psy-ambient. And incredible. Like, this is an amazing flowing album from start to finish. There's not like a ton in this genre that stands out, especially trance music. But this really isn't trance. You put this on and it puts you in a trance, but not because it's pop trance. It really is experimental and tribal. That is a giant hawk. You gotta see this. You seriously never know. You seriously never know what's gonna happen when you film outside. That's why I love doing some different filming styles. All right, so we were at number 6 of Born of the same year. Psychedelic-tribal-ambient-trance. Cool combos of organic elements and electronic elements. You need to check them out. This is probably the best sit down and listen to the full album experience. There's other great ones though. These guys are killing it. Most listened to album in 2022, Kiasmos. This is their self-titled. They're from Iceland. They make minimalist techno music. Came out in 2014. I put this on so many times. I imported this from their, their UK web store or whatever, the label Erase Tapes. Unbelievable. Dynamic. Amazing thinkers music, like good thinking music and good feeling music. Like, you can sit there and just zone out to this, but you can sit there and analyze the little details. They put so much cool work in this. The 2 artists that did this, one of them you may have recognized because he's huge in ambient playlists. I'm gonna butcher his name. Olafur Arnalds. Man, the other guy who does the beats, Janus Rasmussen or whatever. Unbelievable beat maker and dance guy. So bringing their 2 like modern classical into the world of ambient techno. I mean, this is a match made in heaven. I mean, this is like the perfect electronic dance duo. I really think like if there's one album you need to listen to from this list, if you're into that kind of stuff at all, it's this one. Kiasmos. 10 out of 10. I'm hunting down all their other pressings because they're so good. Number 8, most listened to artists. I spun a ton of artists too on vinyl, but Tycho, just the guy. Would love to see him live and completely blew me out of the water in 2014 with this album. I listened to Tycho on repeat, and this is the one thing that Spotify Wrapped got correct, thankfully, was Tycho. I have listened to Tycho more than any other artist. Scott Hansen, master chef. He's a musician, but he's not really a musician. He's a production engineer, cares about his craft, puts everything into the music. This is on the clear vinyl, and there's some other pressings that are crap. I'll eventually do a video about this, but yeah, like the Black OG sounded terrible and super flat. That was one of the first records I ever bought, was the black version of this, terrible. The beige one, it has some pressing issues, but the clear one, and I've heard good things about the orange one, so I'm gonna need to compare them. But this is Chef Kiss, amazing. Tycho with Awake. Puts you in a space, makes you think about the desert and feel things. Unbelievable. Instrumental music too. Australian band. Oops, that's not Australian. That's the surprise one. If you've watched any videos on this channel, you've probably seen me talk about these guys, the King Gizzard and the Wizzy Lizzy band. They're on the Lucky Rainbow, so you just get like random colors, but I was able to get orange, and orange is like my favorite. It goes with the album cover, I think, too. This is just a little cardboard outer. Someone else actually had an orange CD disc for sale. I'm buying that literally just so I can have an A, B, and a CD orange. I'm crazy. I think I have 4 pressings of this on the Lucky Rainbow. You'll hear about them in 20 years if you don't know them already. But if you want to get in on the front end of the wave, that'd be cool too, because they're killing it out in Australia. I have some of the other albums too they put out this year. I think they put out 5 albums this year. Unreal. But Omnium Gatherum, just such a great variety of songs. A song for everybody on that album. Number 10, surprising purchase of 2022, Tuvalu. Some people pronounce it in America Tuvlo, but this is Tuvalu. It's dance music, it's pop, which is not always like my favorite thing, but this album is 10 out of 10. She's really, really hot. All right, where are we at? Number 11? Artist and band that you're a completist. So I don't really have I'm working on it. I'm working on being a completist for these guys. And at one time or another, I will have owned everything from Anne Berlin, but Help Yourself box set. And it has every studio album they ever recorded. They actually broke up right before this box set came out, but they were absolutely my favorite emo alt rock band, possibly band, just band in general. So buying this 7-album box set, spending hundreds of dollars on it, was worth it to me. But Amberlin guys, and they're back. They came back this year, this past year, 2021 actually, and super excited to see them back. Got to see them live in 2021. They're killing it. They're putting out they put out Silverline EP in July, and they're gonna do one in 2023. Looking forward to talking about them this year because they said they're combining 2 EPs or something in this year. So looking forward to talking about these guys. I'm gonna put this very custom DIY case back on it for protection because I am outside. All right, what do we have? We're 12? Number 12, great run of 3 albums. So Tyler, Flower Boy, amazing. And you'll notice Igor is missing, unfortunately. Gave it to my friend Alvin, who you need to check out, Scaleless V, if you're at all into rap music and experimental stuff. Dude is doing amazing electro. It's gonna blow your head off. He really pushes the envelope, talks about mental health. It's just great, so you need to check that out. But I don't have Igor because I gave it to him, but I do have Call Me If You Get Lost. I pressed a gajillion of these. This is sort of on the alternative artwork version. This is the first pressing of it. I actually haven't listened to it. I need to listen to this on vinyl. So many cool things, and Flower Boy is one of my favorites. Tyler should be in many people's year-end lists because people were dying for it on vinyl. People are also dying for the Frank Ocean Blonde album that's come out on vinyl, the second pressing, very tail end of 2022. Got that on order, it's coming in. I was able to snag one direct from Frank. Number 13, 80s soundtrack. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna do it. All right, so guys, I have a problem. Every time I see a Stranger Things vinyl anywhere in the world, anywhere on our vinyl collectors on Reddit, or just like volume. I don't even know how I got these, to be honest with you. I just saw them and I buy them. And you got soundtracks, and you got the score, and then you got compilations, and I just ended up with a giant stack of Stranger Things vinyl. I'll probably never listen to. Most of them are in like mint condition. This is like $200. I don't know what I'm doing. So it's not really it, but there's 80s music in here. So, but these are all pressed, with the last few years. So that counts, right? Yeah, but I need help. Someone send help. I'm addicted to Stranger Things vinyl. Completely unjustifiable. And everyone knows it. This is my public mental breakdown over it. All right, number 14. We lost them in 2022. Yeah, this one, this is hard. We lost her. Fleetwood Mac, Songbird. There's a picture over there. Right there. Really sad. I wanted to get the best possible pressing of Rumors, so that's why I own it on 45 RPM. I heard through many Shootout videos now that this is the definitive pressing of it. So, and it's still decently priced in 2023, at least as far as I know. I just saw one for 50 bucks or less. Super clean copies too, like near mint. So, Rumors' best-selling album of all time. Super sad to lose her. By cheaters for cheaters, but yeah, pop album. All right, we're on 15. Yeah, 15. Disappointing purchase in 2022. All right, this one's controversial. Why? As you can see right there on the top, the little red strip. Yeah, Mobile Fidelity went under some scrutiny in 2022. Oh boy, because they didn't source their quote-unquote analog materials from analog sources, or not entirely. And people have been saying this on different sites, but this version, the Mobile Fidelity 404, it didn't blow any of their original actual analog pressings out of the water, especially as bazillion copies of this that are available. Dad liked it. He loved the horns too. Urgent, the horn solo. But yeah, this one is definitely going to be it's not going to make it to 2024. Sorry, 4. All right, we're on 16. Non-vinyl purchase. This was awesome. So first of all, Oob Cube, it goes 100% with vinyl. These things are amazing. The storage crates of the decade. They just came out in 2022, and they're killing it. I made a whole video, multiple videos, I think 3 videos now about these things. Why they're possibly the best vinyl storage solution innovation of all time. You need to check that out. But this was an actual cool music piece that I bought. The Regina Spektor Blu-ray disc of Live in London, and this was done in 2009. She lost a cello player that was on this tour. Super sad to hear that while they were on the tour. And this is one of her best recordings live ever. And it had a version of The Call, which she never put on an album. She did a single she did for one of the Chronicles of Narnia movies. And just amazing, because I listened to that even before it came out as a single on Spotify streaming. That's how old I am, 2009. Shout out to Regina Spektor, one of my favorite artists all time, definitely. All right, what do we got? 17. You found a GRAIL. What did I find? This is not gonna be a GRAIL for everybody, but this is incredibly hard to find. This is Switchfoot's The Beautiful Letdown. Ironically, it's not in biggest letdowns of 2022, because this wasn't a letdown. This album was my childhood, 2003. Dad's all-time favorite band, but 100% vibey alt-rock pop from California. They did it right on vinyl too. They pressed it at RTI on 180 gram wax on the blue. They only did the blue, white, black and white smoky, and some other thing colored pressing, but was able to find this at half price too. Like 130 bucks. These were going $300-400. They need to do repressing. Their stupid label. They're not on this label anymore, but yeah. Dare you to love. Dare you to But love. The actual GRAIL video that's coming up in a couple weeks, once I get it, the Frank Ocean Blonde. So now we're on 18, the space-themed album. I wanted to shout one out that y'all probably have never heard of. So this is a Cleveland psych funk band called Purple Image. Now, if you're a crate digger, you probably know, but they did this on a remastered Purple Wax, and sounds sick. Purple Image, rough trade, 1970 rare heavy psych funk from Cleveland. Insert liner notes. Limited to 100. And super cool. Check them out if you're into you like your funk a little bit peppered up. Purple Image. Oh, we're almost there. Show some VCLT or a present. I got this for Christmas. I got the cool King Gizzard and Elizabeth. My family knows I'm a huge King Gizzard fan. This is the Quarters album. My dad saw Chunky Shrapnel with me and was blown away. And I might have made him a fan because he wanted to hear, he loves The River, the song that's on this album. I was surprised it was 32 bucks for a single LP. Just a black wax. It's just out of print, I guess. These cardboard things get stained so easily. I'm gonna have to do something. I don't even have it in a sleeve yet. All right, we're on 20. What do we got? It's the last one in here. I already know what it is because I looked at the list. So it's like show an album from 1973 and the Dark Side of the Moon. I mean, I'm looking for Herbie Hancock's Headhunters. I love that album. That'd be the one I show, but I gotta find a clean pressing of it. I don't know if I want to do a comparison. I like that one better than Dark Side of the Moon. But Dark Side of the Moon. This is a 1989 UK pressing reissue. Complete set with the goodies. Super clean condition. Breathe, Breathe in the air. So yeah, y'all, we did it. The 20 questions, final 2023 tag. More videos on the way. Needed to do this one though, because this is a great idea. Keep up the good work. Guy who came up with this. And most importantly, keep on grooving your way. We'll see ya.